deal you simply can't refuse. Test drive a brand new drinking water or whole house water treatment system for 30 days. And if you like it, rental rates start at only $19 per month.
$19 per month?
That's right. This is a limited offer, so call Safeway Water at 855-999-SAFE. Safeway Water.
SafewayWater.com. 5 minutes after 8 o'clock. I like your jingle, Robin. 5 minutes after 8 o'clock in a nice-looking Friday morning, the biggest storm ever on planet Earth that we know of. And I'm sure, since we've been, keeping track of these things, it's happening right now in the Pacific, heading to Mexico. It's going to hit there today.
Yeah,
this is scary stuff. What did it say, 39-foot waves?
Yeah, 39-foot waves.
And possibly making it across Mexico, possibly hitting into Texas. Just because it's across the border doesn't mean we shouldn't care about these people.
Exactly.
And it's just anyway, and it could potentially make, and if not the full brunt of it, there could be weather, just bad weather, like in a week or so. Galen Unold is on the phone from LifeSouth Community Blood Center. It never ceases to amaze me how often what Galen does is we're reminded of the importance of what he does, is what I meant to say there. In all of our families, we've all known somebody who's needed blood, and so that's why it's important to donate blood. And that's why Galen's message is important, because the message gets us off our butts and down to the blood center. Simple as that. That's the whole thing. And we have fun, too, with Galen. Good morning, Galen. How you doing?
Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are y'all?
We missed you yesterday.
I do want to mention one thing. Yeah, I apologize for that, but I had an appointment. But, it's important to know that when you have like a superstorm that's coming across Mexico right now, that you have to have that blood ahead of that storm, because you have to position it so that, those that are affected are going to have it when it's needed. And more importantly, there's going to be such a disruption of services. Roads are going to be closed, and because of the flooding and everything else, that blood's going to need to be there. Look at Texas right now. There are parts of Texas that are just basically underwater.
Yes, yes.
The blood supply has to be at the hospital beforehand, because right now with all those roads closed and everything, there's just no way to get there. And not only that, there's no blood drive in that area because everything's underwater and people are very worried about themselves. So that's why we talk about so much having the need for a 7-day blood supply.
Yeah. Have you ever vacationed down the Pacific coast of Mexico?
I have. Yeah, I was there in the spring.
Yeah.
Or no, I was in this last spring. I was on the at the Gulf side, the Atlantic side, but I have been to the Pacific side many times. So when I lived in San Diego, it's gorgeous over there.
My brother in California has one of those timeshare things, 2 weeks or a week or something like that, and that's his main place. Although you can do it anywhere in the world, but that's his main place. I can't remember which city he's in, but anyway, so that thing might get wiped out. You never know.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course, he won't be there. He lives in L.A., but.
Yeah, but then he'll just have to vacation some other place anywhere in the world except
until they get the thing rebuilt. Well, let's hope that doesn't happen. But anyway, it is a huge storm. Wow, I hadn't heard of it at all, Patricia.
No.
All of a sudden, all of a sudden.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, all of a sudden, there it was. Well, she was. There she was.
Right.
Well, I know Trump's going to have a big fundraiser for them, because he really cares about them.
Is that true? Or you make that up?
No, I just made that.
Oh, you made that up. Okay.
Well, that was funny.
It was funny, but I wasn't sure if it was a joke. That's how good it was.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wasn't sure.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey.
That's right. It could be true. He may end up, because the Latino vote is very important to him, And then, the wall will be a part of the stopping of the hurricane now. So.
That's right.
With the right wall, we could stop this
That's
hurricane.
a funnier joke. I like that one better.
Is that better?
That's a better joke.
Do that.
Yeah.
We need to build the wall to stop hurricane.
How tall would the wall have to be?
All right, there we go. See, I knew there was a joke in there somewhere. I just hadn't gotten.
Well, this is what writers do. When you work for a show and you're a writer, before it ever gets to the screen. Today is National Late Night Talk Show Host Day, so if is it
really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's Johnny Carson's birthday, so they made it National Late Night Talk Show Host Day.
Oh, that makes cool. Now I understand why you were reading the what's his name? The great whatever.
Karnak. Yeah.
Karnak. I always want to say Carnegie. But I did read an article yesterday, and I found it really hilarious. There's a high school in Tempe, Arizona, that they're playing their rival, and it was supposed to be Patriotic Day, but they decided that was going to be offensive, and so now they have banned any patriotic clothing or pro-Trump clothing.
Pro
what?
Can't
wear anything that's pro-Trump. Pro-Trump.
Trump. Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
my God.
I'm like, come
isn't
on.
that crazy?
That is ridiculous.
I'm like, are you kidding me? This is in Tempe, Arizona. I read that yesterday, and at first I didn't think it was I believe.
Well, yeah,
I snooped it.
A few weeks ago.
True.
A few weeks ago, there was a Hillsborough Community College story. Hillsborough Community College.
Yeah.
Where they banned the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah, exactly.
I just don't understand it. I mean, I just don't. We've been doing some of these things. I don't know. I think they've been doing the Pledge of Allegiance since the 50s or something like that.
Yes.
So, I'm pretty sure that we turned out all right, and we're not brainwashed.
Yeah.
So, I just.
Well,
some people just want to fight things to fight things. I really believe it.
They said it takes too much time each morning to recite it. So
Are you kidding?
we recited it.
Oh.
We recited it with a nice slow pace. It took us 12 seconds.
Yeah.
Right.
Am I right?
Yes, you are.
Let's try it again.
You are.
I pledge allegiance.
I don't know if they do
to the flag.
it every day in elementary school, if they just do it like on Mondays or just on Fridays or something like that. What is the harm done? What's wrong with having a little tradition and creating a little pride?
And
what
what I remember from the 6th grade on this topic, on the Pledge of Allegiance, I remember the teacher asking everybody to write down what we've been saying all those years. And I remember a lot of us did not even know what we were saying.
Uh-huh.
We wrote it down. I remember I wrote, "I pledge all legions." Because I didn't know the word allegiance.
There you go.
Yeah, so I pledge all allegiance to the flag. I had no idea what I was even saying, and that was the point of the teacher.
Yeah.
All these years you've been saying this, nobody's ever explained to you what it meant or what it signifies, and not just the definition of the words, but the importance of the words. And so that was a lesson in that 6th grade class that should have been in the 1st grade class, but nobody bothered. So anyway.
Yeah. I don't get it. I know that some people have issues with like the Star Spangled Banner at events, and I'm like, okay, all right, I don't have any time for that. That's just silly.
No, it's America. We should adhere to our traditions and respect our country, but there are a lot of people that want to destroy America from within, so they come over here and they try to do it.
I've been to sporting events in other countries, and they sing their national anthem.
Yes.
And you stand and you respect it. Doesn't mean you're believing in it or you're bowing down or you're having to kill somebody for it, but you can stand for whatever it is, unless it's with Houston. It could be 2.5 minutes. But
we had this.
Come on.
We had this
discussion
about freedom the other day with the freedom of what you can do on your own private property. Was this yesterday when Galen was on? Oh gosh, we could bring you into this conversation then. We were talking about how there is a movement to try to set up standards or laws to regulate how grotesque your Halloween decorations can be, because they're saying that if they're too grotesque, they should be outlawed. They should be against the law.
Yeah.
So then there's why would you want to do that? Well, because they're offensive. Okay, but it's private property. Shouldn't you have a right to do on your own lawn what you want to do? No, you shouldn't. Well, what about the nativity scene? Oh, yeah, that. We can keep that. But what about the person that's offensive to?
Yeah, it's the same
issue.
Good point.
And then they were saying, well, how come you can have the likeness of a bloody human being that looks so real that when people drive by, they're not sure if it's real or not?
Yeah, one guy called.
But you can't have a pretty naked woman taking a sunbath.
Exactly.
How come you can't have that on your own front lawn? How come that's against the law? Right? So then there was this guy, and I'm not making this up.
Well, and that's what you get into, is that it's basically a decency act.
Right. So then there was this guy, I'm not making this up, you can look it up. He invented an app called an attractometer.
Yes.
And and the proposal is you can lay on your front lawn naked as long as you're attractive enough. And the
I don't think anybody has a problem with that. They should have that rule at Walmart.
Yes. So the attractometer, if you have less than a 15 or something like that, was it less than a 15?
Yeah, less than a 15.
Then you can't be out there naked.
That's right.
And I said, gosh, I wonder what I would rate. I think I'd do better than 15. I mean, if you have to be...
I don't know what the scale is, Larry. Is that like out of 100?
I'm thinking it is.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it is. I'm thinking if you're, I don't know, Beyonce, you're 100.
Exactly.
You know?
Okay, let me ask you this. And this is a serious question.
Yeah.
This is how unrelative this is to me. Under what circumstances would you be naked laying in your front yard?
Well,
what would happen to be going on in the world for that to happen?
Well, you want to sunbathe? Maybe
I don't know. But if you're
no, I'm serious. I've known you for a long time. I don't think sunbathing is in your top.
No.
List or
it's not something I want to do. I'm just saying I wonder how I would rate. If 15, I think I'm better than a 15.
They got an
Galen,
app
I
for
think
that.
you're better than a 15.
It's called Tinder.
I'm trying
to
think who is below 15.
Yeah.
Take a picture of yourself and put it on Tinder and see how many
sumo wrestlers, are they below 15?
No, I think a sumo wrestler would be.
No, they're
20.
Huge men, and
they'd be 20.
Some women are attractive.
Yeah, they'd still be a 20.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know who would be a 15.
Who would be a 15?
I don't know.
Or below.
I need to see the scale.
And how?
This needs to be peer reviewed. And who decides if you're a 15?
The odometer. The attractometer.
Is this kind of like the death committees that are out there or something?
Death panel.
Death panel. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So look, before you lay naked, you're going to need to get a permit. You're going to need to go into the the attractivity panel.
Well,
exactly.
and here's.
I mean, look, when I rule the world, I think this could be a viable option.
You have a law right now that says if you're going to have music on your front lawn, either for Christmas or Halloween or anything like that, it's got to be low. It's got to be below a certain decibel point.
Right, decibel.
Am I saying it right?
I got no problem with that.
All right.
Because sometimes those people get really loud with it.
So they call the police. They call the police, and he comes out with his decibel meter, and he says, "Well, he is under 15."
Yeah.
And so he's fine. In that case, you have to be under 15.
Right.
Or something like that, right?
Right.
Hey, there's a naked guy on his front lawn in my neighborhood.
What about mowing your... do you have anybody in your neighborhood who mows the lawn in the middle of the night?
I bet you do.
I don't think I do. I don't think I do.
Oh, I do. I have somebody and they mow their yard at 9 o'clock at night. It's like, are you kidding me? It drives my dogs crazy.
So does it pass the decibel test?
I don't know. I'm too lazy to call anybody to see. Actually.
So what if the guy is naked? I mean,
maybe that's why.
You have to go. You
if
passed.
You're naked in the dark. I don't care. I'm not. I really don't care. But it does become an issue, like if there are kids around. You know what I mean? I mean, you got.
Well, that's it.
My neighbor's a little weird anyway.
But that's it.
My neighbor's weird anyway. He does often come out in his nightshirt a lot, and has.
Where's he from?
At 11 o'clock in the morning, he's from Key West. He's
that explains everything.
Anybody who knows who my neighbor is knows.
Did you hear about the costume? Wait a minute. You didn't hear about
it at 11 o'clock at night in his nightshirt. And my son's like, I'm like, why are you outside? He goes, I won't say his name. Came out in his nightshirt and wanted to talk. I mean, he'll come out there and want to throw the football with my kids, and he's got nothing on but the nightshirt.
Oh,
oh no, that's
weird.
Creepy.
Oh, that is weird. He's
in his late 70s. He's a very nice guy. It's just weird.
Yeah. Well, great. But he's from
Cuba. I told him, can you get some clothes on?
All right, so okay, I know you say I'm obsessed with Fantasy Fest, but I'd have to share this with you because you missed this one too. There are costumes. Oh boy! You're not supposed to show that part of your body, right? Men are not supposed to show that part so they have costumes just for that part of the body.
Yes.
They have one called the petting zoo.
Yeah.
Right. and it's a barn, and basically you're wearing a pony. Okay. Have you heard this, or have I shared this with you before? Galen?
I'm just going to plead the fifth.
I
know you enjoy it.
All right.
I think you have told me this before.
No. But there was
I've heard it, maybe.
Oh, you heard that one. But the better one, I saw when did I see this? Yesterday, 2 days ago?
Yesterday.
The better costume. Because once you look for these things online, there are ads on the right side of the page, the left side of the page, trying to sell you similar things that you've looked at. They don't know you're doing a radio show.
Larry. Yeah, right.
They think you're trying to buy these things.
Larry.
So listen, there's another costume.
Yeah.
Well, there's one with the
pony.
And there's a pony. What's the one with the one-eyed yellow guy? What's that thing?
Oh, the Minion.
The Minion. There's a Minion. Yeah. You can be a Minion for Halloween down there. You can be a Slinky. There's a Slinky costume.
Yeah.
There's a ghost. There's a rocket. Mm-hmm. And there's a doghouse. Are you ready for the doghouse? The doghouse is the funniest one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you are basically a Labrador Retriever.
Yes.
Okay. Sticking his head out of the doghouse, and over the doghouse opening is the Labrador's name.
Yes.
And his name is Important. Okay. And the T-shirt that you're supposed to wear with this costume says, "Want to feel important?"
That's better than
it is just a great Halloween, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, have you got your hotel room yet?
No. Oh gosh.
Fantasy Fest.
It's 8 hours, Galen. 8-hour drive. That's too far to see some guy wearing a pony.
So the fact that you have actually gone to the length of, how far is it? How committed should I be to this?
I've been there before.
Tells me you're close.
No. I have been there. No. I painted down there. I painted the Miami Herald sign.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know it's a hard thing to believe.
To do that.
But I did. I had to climb to the top of a 1-story building. I was so exhausted. By the end of this thing, I was so dehydrated and exhausted. It was so hot up there.
Yeah.
I had to paint the words "The Miami Herald," gigantic, with black paint on the wall. Yeah.
So good, Larry. Good.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. You were commissioned to do it. So.
Do you know what we didn't do?
That is so good, Larry. I just don't. I don't. I mean, I have to come to understand your. It's not a fascination. It's I don't know what it is. Your want to go to Fantasy Fest and be a part of that is
no. I have gone.
From a distance, as a voyeur, you want to go and just look.
Cindy Williams
you would love to go there in like a two-way mirror.
Yeah.
Or a one-way mirror or something, two-way glass, whatever they call it. One-way glass.
Tell me it doesn't fascinate you.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. Not at all.
All right. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
I go to Dragon Con, and there's not that dissimilar.
Okay. All right. Yes,
right.
there is.
That's right.
So let me ask you this. If you had a choice, on Halloween Saturday, to go south 8 hours and see Fantasy Fest, or go north 8 hours and see Foliage, which would you pick? Foliage or Fantasy Fest?
Oh my gosh!
They both start with F.
Can I get a flat tire or something?
That starts with an F.
I mean,
Foliage or Fantasy Fest? That's funny.
The clock is ticking.
I don't know. That's a bad option.
Which one would your wife want to go to?
Would you like to die by electrocution, or
which one would your wife? If you went home today and you said to your wife, "Honey, I
really think it would be.
Let's take an 8-hour drive."
Foliage.
Oh, you would go.
Foliage.
There you go. So that's not a bad idea.
At least I can bring my kids to that.
Sure, go ahead.
So
what are you waiting for?
Like if I went to the Keys, I could go diving or fishing, but you didn't throw that in the option.
You could do that, but
okay, then I'd definitely go to the Keys.
Well, but your wife is going to miss out on the foliage.
That's all right.
Well, no, she'll be going to Fantasy Fest while Galen's
Oh, so your wife will be at the parade.
She likes leaves less than me. She doesn't like that stuff. So.
All right, before we run out of time completely, let's do the break, and then we'll come back. We'll get our business end of this done. We got 2 great sponsors we need to mention. It's the message after the break that they're sponsoring. They didn't sponsor any of this other stuff we've done so far. It's the message.
I can't wait until I tune in one day and it's, hi, this is The Source. We're broadcasting live from Fantasy Fest at Hemingway's Restaurant.
A week from tomorrow.
Hemingway's.
That Tuesday. So, yeah.
I'm going to tell you who the sponsors are, but they're not for this part here.
It's Fantasy Fest?
No. Of this, of what you're about to do with the blood.
Yeah.
Let's do that first. Let's do that first. We got like 5 minutes.
Yeah. That's not
all right. How's the blood supply? How's the blood supply?
We are okay. We really need to bulk up our supplies coming into the weekend. A lot of usage this week. So just get out there and give the gift of life and donate blood. You want to know where it is at this point, Larry? Right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. We're at Walmart today, down on Easy Street. So that's where we're at.
Right down the road from us.
That important message right there is brought to you by Pan Flooring. Mm-hmm. They have some beautiful flooring for your floors. Carpet and tile and wood flooring. They have a showroom where you
can't let that go.
See it all.
I have some beautiful flooring for your floor.
At 1201 Southwest 17th Street.
Are you sure they don't put it on the wall ceiling too? I mean,
well, we used to at WOC as old studios.
Yeah, there's carpet on the
and
wall.
then also don't forget to thank Palm Garden because they have a very special Halloween event coming up. Where the kids can go trick-or-treating. Yeah. Yeah, can go trick-or-treating. Yeah. We'll be right back with Galen. We'll have a minute or two after we come back. We'll be right back.
All right.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Sunshine mixed with clouds and breezy today with a shower in spots along the coast, the high 82 to 86. Partly cloudy tonight with lows in the mid-60s inland, low 70s along the coast. Times of sun and clouds and breezy tomorrow with a shower in spots, especially during the afternoon hours over the interior areas, the high 83 to 87. For Sunday, clouds and sun with a passing shower, high 83 to 87. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
If you're anything like I was, the thought of getting older was the last thing on your mind. But here we are. For me, it started slowly. The lack of energy. Never being in the mood. And when I was, I could never perform at my best. I tried the pills and other treatments with minimal results, and all but given up on my sex life. Then, I found the doctors at New Male Medical Center. Wow, they made a new male out of me. Feel like I'm 25 again. I have renewed vigor, so much more energy, and no longer worry about my performance. New Male treated me like my situation was one of a kind, with a custom treatment plan that really works. I feel great. They can create one for you too. It does not matter if you suffer from low testosterone, erectile dysfunction, or just want to last longer. New Male will help you.
Call New Male Medical Center today at 352-404-4779. 352-404-4779. That's 352-404-4779. It will change your life. 352-404-4779.
Palm Garden of Ocala is offering a safe and fun environment for your children to trick or treat on Halloween. Come with your children dressed up in their costumes to Palm Garden, located at 2700 Southwest 34th Street. Our family will get a kick out of doling out Halloween candy to your family. Trick or treating will be held between 5:30 and 7 p.m. No reservations are necessary, so plan to stop by Palm Garden on Saturday, October 31st, Halloween Day, and have a ghoulish good time. We got 2 minutes left to spend with Galen Unold this morning from LifeSouth Community Blood Center. So here's one Carmack thing. Are you ready? The answer is hickory dickory dock. The question is, what do you do when you have a pain in your hickory dickory? Or where do you go? Who do you say? All right, I messed up that one. Let me do the next one. The answer is Rose Bowl. Mm-hmm. The question is, what do you say when it's Rose's turn to bowl at the bowling alley? Rose Bowl.
Oh, that's silly.
That is silly. All right. Well, I think we did everything we're supposed to do, right?
Yeah, except where the blood. We
found out where the blood.
Too. That was right across from the mall there.
To step back from the silly just for a moment, there is a real serious storm out there. Mm-hmm. There is a real serious need for blood all the time. If that storm makes its way across, or if Mexico needs some help, they're probably going to come to us for some help. Mm-hmm. Do we ever help Mexico, Galen, with blood?
Not with blood. No, not with blood. But we do with I'm sure there will be a lot of financial aid that goes through and stuff like that. So,
All right. Well, have a great weekend.
No blood.
Thank you for what you do, and again, you are greatly a part of the reason that I had a successful week this week. I didn't have a successful week, but my daughter-in-law did.
Yes, she did. Thank you, LifeSouth.
Yeah.
I'm sure her life was spared because people gave blood, which is unbelievable.
Absolutely right. Yeah, absolutely.
If you don't mind me making a public thank you to God. Thank you, God.
Amen.
All right, Galen, have a great weekend. I think he's gone. All right, we'll be right back.
No, I'm here. Hey, you guys have a great weekend. Bye, y'all.
Fox News Radio. I'm Lillian Wu. The strongest hurricane ever recorded in the Western Hemisphere is churning in the Pacific Ocean. Hurricane Patricia with 200-mile-an-hour winds now heading for Mexico's Pacific coast.